In the shadow she appears, dark fire on her skin, a cloak of night she wears.
Hey friends, welcome back for another video. This one is going to be about City of Heroes. Mainly, I want to do one that is for absolute beginners. If someone has never played before, or maybe they played way back in the day and kind of forgot all about it, well, it's been back for a while. It's been a few years, actually, that it's been out on a project server sort of a thing, and it's absolutely free to play, and I completely recommend anybody who enjoys the RP hero type game to go and check it out. As you can see, it is hopping. There's plenty of people here, plenty of other people to play with, and it's really a fun game. It takes a lot of the MMORPG things and sort of streamlines it and makes everything easier as far as convenience and being able to travel to different zones. And one of my favorite things is the grouping, being able to find groups fairly easily and quickly. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go with the first things I do when I've made a new character. For this, I need to move my image over a little bit. That's better. Now you can see the power bar where all my abilities are, because that's where I'm going to focus my information in the beginning. A lot of times when you're first starting out, your power bar might look like this. It's just a single bar. First thing I do is I click on the arrow here, and then I click on it again, so I have this three-tiered power bar to move my abilities into a lot of different slots. Another thing that I like to do is I take powers like this. This is a buff power that is defensive. I usually take it from down here and move it up here, which I'd already done. Sometimes I'll keep my travel powers up here because I want my attack powers to be at the bottom. These are affected by the number keys 1 through 0, and that's like your hotbar. That's where you want your main attacks to go. So that's why I usually just keep attack powers down here. Even Brawl, which I usually have it set to auto attack, I'll only keep down here in the beginning and eventually move it out of the way. If you're wondering how to activate this little green circle, this is sort of like an indicator for auto attack, meaning if I get within range of an enemy and it's highlighted with that green halo like that, it will auto attack. For that, you hold the control key and left click on a power, and any power, it'll do that. Just hold control and it'll be like auto attack. And I usually have it set to Brawl, because I don't want to be shooting things just because I targeted something, right? So I want it to be that last power that I use. After arranging my powers, the few that I have when I start off, I'll run straight here to the start vendor, all right? You want to click on them, and you want to go and say, show me your wares, and you're going to see this window. It's like the merchant window. And here, you get a lot of free stuff. At least this is how it is on Homecoming servers. I can't say it's going to be exactly the same for the other servers that are out there. First things first, I'll click on Prestige Enhancements, and you'll see there's all these enhancements here, and they're all free. So I'm going to grab one of each of them. Claim, 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 and there's 5. Claim. So now that we claimed those, we can close this window here. We can go over here to enhancements, and you'll see all of those are right here. Now we're going to hit manage to manage our powers, and we can take some of these enhancements we got and move it into attack powers, because these are for attack powers only. It will give you an extra 16.7% damage, as well as a 16.7% to your recharge rate or cooldown. So I'm going to put one over here on Gust, which is my attack power. And then I'm going to take this other one here and drop it into Brawl. So now these two powers are going to be operating at a 16% faster rate, as well as doing 16% extra damage. Eventually, you might get something for your defensive ability, like Enhanced Defense or Reduce Endurance Cost. Those are the two that I'll usually go for. I don't go for recharge speed all that much. We're going to go back to the start vendor to look at more wares now that we've put in these enhancements. There's Prestige Powers, okay? This is pretty cool too. You scroll down until it's not red, because when it's red, you can't purchase it. And this stuff is free too. This is one of my favorites, Sands of Mu. It's a melee attack that does some moderate damage. So we're going to claim that one. And then we're going to go down here to the Black Wand original bonus. And we're going to claim this one too. This is a ranged attack. Now we have these little pets that sort of buff you. The Red Wisp pet will give you a resist damage buff, okay? But then there is the blue ones, like the Blue Wisp pet, and that gives you a defense and recovery bonus. I prefer the defense and recovery, and you have a choice of either having a light fairy, a blue wisp, or a shield drone, or even the shield oscillator pet, which is the same as the drone, except it looks more like a clockwork. It's really just depending on what you're looking for. And I think I'm going to go with this blue wisp. It just looks like a little ball that follows you around. Another free power that you can get that's very useful is the jump pack. Yep, the jump pack will let you jump really long distances, and it's almost as good as a flight power, except it lasts for about 30 seconds. Last, there are these three powers here: Inner Inspiration, Mystic Fortune, and Secondary Mutation. Secondary Mutation is pretty cool, but it's very wonky and unpredictable. I don't always recommend it. I've tried it a few times, and it's half and half. It's like having a wand of wonder. And if you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, you can either pull out something really, really useful, or do something great, or do something that's going to break a dam and drown you. Or it's not always good. Sometimes you get mutated and it's a buff and it makes you stronger. Sometimes you get mutated and you're a little goblin and you have like no powers and you get your ass kicked. And second mutation only affects you. Then you have Mystic Fortune. Mystic Fortune seems to always be positive, but you can only cast it on someone else. Now, if you're teaming up regularly, why not have you and your buddy both have Mystic Fortune and you cast it on each other? It's a win-win. Then there's Inner Inspiration. This is pretty much like a win-win-win, because when you have it, you summon inspirations. Inspirations are these things that work a lot like potions in EverQuest. You have like some that heal you, some that give you your endurance back, and endurance works a lot like mana. It's your energy. And it could also give you like a armor class boost or a defensive boost, which their defensive and armor class are similar, right? But when I mean defensive, you might like resist damage, or you might have better accuracy, or all those things, right? So you do that, and you can summon 3 inspirations, like I think it's every hour or something like that. It's got a very long cooldown, but it's really useful. So let me grab that one for now. I think you could always like get rid of it and then get one of these other ones if you want to try them. And last, we're going to look at some of these temporary powers. The temporary powers are also really, really cool. One of the good ones here, let me try to find it. Yeah, here we go. One of the best temporary powers you can get here is the jetpack. It lasts for 30 minutes, and that's only 30 minutes of actual use. It'll last you for weeks, days, weeks, or months if you're not actively using it. So it's only 30 minutes of flight, and it stacks so you can buy more than one. The best part is it only costs you 5,000 influence, whereas a lot of these other ones cost 50,000 or more. So yes, the jetpack, I highly recommend it once you have some influence. Of course, this is a brand new character. I have no influence at all yet. Another great power that you can buy that's temporary is the XP bonus or XP booster. This one gives you 25% XP boost. This one gives you 50% XP boost. And here's one that gives you double XP. And I believe it lasts for an hour. And you can buy up to 8 at a time, giving you a total of 8 hours of double XP. And I believe, if I'm correct, that there is a negative side to the double XP, which is why I don't use it very often. When you have double XP going, you'll earn less influence, and influence is like the money unit here. So like if you're used to EverQuest, it would be like earning platinum, or if you're from World of Warcraft, it might be gold. I don't know what their money unit is there. I'm assuming it's gold, because I've heard people say gold. So if you get the one that gives you 25% bonus, you're getting 25% less influence. If you've got the 50% bonus, you're earning 50% less influence. Double XP, you're earning 0 influence. But if you're already rich because you've been playing for a long time, you're not going to care. So go nuts and get the double XP. I'm not going to get any just yet. Now, you're going to ask, hey Fez, you got all these powers, but I don't see anything in your power bar. Well, that's because we have to put them there. Go over here to the powers, click on that, and you'll see all the powers are here on the right. These are some of the powers that we bought. Some of them we already had. But like this, the pet, the blue wisp, there's that. You can left click and hold and drag it down into your bar, and now there it is. Then we have the black wand over here, so left click that, hold it, drag it down into your bar somewhere. And then we got Sansamu. What do? That's right, you're learning quick. Left click, hold, and drag it down. Then we have our jump pack. What do? Yep, you're on the ball. Drag it and drop it down. Finally, we've got inner inspiration. And you guessed it, we're going to drag that down too. Once you're done, I usually just click inspirations and leave that open. And now we've got our 3 inspiration slots. Let's show you what the inner inspiration does. Click that and see my inspiration bar has been populated by 3 pretty high level inspirations. If you right click on an inspiration, it will tell you what it does. This one gives you 33% to damage. This one gives you plus 33 endurance. And this one gives you a plus 25 to defense. Let's show you what the jump pack does. Why not, right? So we left click on that and you'll see these little turbo boosters or whatever appear on your back. And if you press the jump key, you'll jump. And if you press the forward key, you'll jump forward. Now, I would recommend not getting up too high, because if you get up really, really high and this thing conks out after 30 seconds, you're going to fall to your death. And you don't want to do that. Don't fall to your death, guys. That would be a bad idea. So when I'm using that, see, it conked out because the 30 seconds were up. When that happens, you don't want to be like way up in the sky. And you see there's like a 30-second timer. Once that timer is up, you can use it again. And there's a 30-minute timer for inner inspiration. So I'll have to wait a good 30 minutes before I can get my 3 free inspirations again. Now we have our little blue wisp pet. We'll left click on that. And then you got to select a place on the ground where it summons this pet. So I'm going to select right there. And there we go. We got our little blue wisp floating here. And as you see, it gives you this little buff right here in the upper right. Empowering aura. If we right click, it shows that it gives us base defense +2, recovery rate 1.73. I feel like, hey, that's pretty good considering it's free. And then last, you know, these are toggles. One is sprint and the other one is, I believe it's athletic run. I usually have these the other way around because sprint is the default run, right? And you run pretty fast with sprint, but if you toggle the second one, you run even faster. And, you know, it may almost makes it seem like you jump faster and further too. And when you have both of these turned on, and then you actually click on the jump pack, it really lets you hustle. Like if I have to get to the top of this building, for example, see, I can do that. I can probably reach the top of that thing, like the globe, because I think there's a badge you get up here. Yep. So when you see these little things, these little markers here, these are badges, and a lot of people like getting those. And I better jump off here. Well, I still got some jump pack left, so I could slow myself down. There we go. I didn't want to take a lot of damage by falling, because you do take falling damage here. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope this helps you, and I'll try to put out more City of Heroes content. If you're a fan of City of Heroes content and want to see me do more, especially things for like new players and things like that, leave a comment below, please. I'd really want to hear from you, because I enjoy City of Heroes as much as I enjoy EverQuest. And sometimes almost more, just because things are easier here. And I don't need to really multi-box here, because people are always eager to group with you, and they're not so picky about, well, what's your build like, and this and that. They pretty much just will group with anybody, because everybody's so eager to help each other. Leave a comment, tell me if you're interested. If you like this video, please leave the video a thumbs up. It would really help me get seen in the algorithm for more people that want to see this kind of content. Better yet, you can even subscribe if you are not already subscribed. And even better than that, you could join the channel to become a channel member. Channel members get special perks and privileges, like a link to join our private Discord. That's where we do all our voice chatting when we group up. Sometimes I'll group up in City of Heroes with some of you guys, and sometimes I'm grouped up in EverQuest with some of you guys, and it's always a good time. So much more fun live chatting over Discord than having to try to type things out. I suck at typing. Finally, you can also leave a super thanks on the video. A super thanks would really help me out, especially right now. I'm going through some turmoil because my car got wrecked, and I could use your help. So please help me, support the channel. It would be awesome of you. And finally, I'd like to thank all my current YouTube channel members and Patreon patrons for your support and your continued support. Those of you who have not only subscribed but resubscribed month after month are my absolute heroes. You are every much a superhero as every one of these heroes in City of Heroes. Thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Have a great day and a wonderful tomorrow.
In the shadow she appears, dark fire on her skin, a cloak of night she wears, where the city's sins begin. Whispers of her name float like ghosts in the air. Gangland fears the flame of her gaze, cold and bare.
From rooftop she descends, judgment in her stride. Bullets ricochet, left lost in the twilight's tide. Magic in her veins, ancient as the stars above, guarding neon lanes with an ironclad love.
She's the black hole of enigma, lighting up the dark. Every spell she casts leaves a fearsome mark. With a mystic flair, she's the city's last defense, a hero close
forest, bending time and space. Bands of light and mist unveil Wicked's face.
In alleys cold and gray, she brings color to the fight. With a wave of her hand, she turns wrongs to right. When darkness falls and the city screams, she's the phantom slayer born from shattered dreams. Silent and unseen, she stalks her prey, till every vicious heart meets the break of day.
She's the black robe enigma, lighting up the dark. Every spell she casts leaves a fearsome mark. With a mystic flair, she's the city's last defense. A hero cloaked in magic, keeping violence in suspense. She's the black robe enigma, lighting up the dark. Every spell she casts leaves a fearsome mark. With a mystic flair, she's the city's last defense. A hero cloaked in magic, keeping violence in suspense.